Hey guys, John here. It's John Barry. Boy, look at what came in. Hell yeah, it's finally here. It's been so long since a new Godzilla figure came out. Here we have SH MonsterArts Godzilla 2002. This is the Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, or was it Tokyo SOS? Something like that. Box. So yeah, this is the box. You know, pretty standard SH MonsterArts. Have the photo of him right there. Here's the left side, the back side with all the pictures, the right side, the top, and the bottom. And now we're back to the front. Details! So yeah, this is the Godzilla that's returning to the traditional color scheme with the coal black, kind of greenish skin tone with the gray fins. So yeah, really nice. Just classic. The sculpt job on this figure is what really sets him apart, sets him on a higher par than all the other figures. It has really minute details on the sculpt. You could really see the wrinkles and all the depth to it. The coloring is also really nice too. If you look at the claws, it's a bone white. It gradually moves into a bone white. I also really like the pattern on the chest, which is more of a older style compared to the back on his dorsal fins, which is more of a newer style. I will elaborate more on that later. So here we'll take a closer look. As you can see, the head is pretty much just very similar to Godzilla 2000's head, with the kind of pointy ears and almost like swept back, almost as if he has a mullet or something. Very nice. I also really like right here the texture on the neck, and just the design itself looks really amazing. You can see it really pops out. And here's what I'm talking about. The chest with the pecs really just reminds me of the older style of the torso. And going down, the tails is really smooth on the bottom part of the tail, which is also really nice. And here, let's take a look at his toenails. Bone white with a gradually going from the darker to the lighter color. Just very nice in general. And here's the dorsal fins. I really like the textures in between them and on them as well. They're just really amazing. So yeah. As you can see, the dorsal fins is more of a triangular point, whereas some of the other ones, they go bumpy and then just extends out. I really like that. It just moves, it flows really nicely. Articulation. So first off, the head. The head, just like all the other Godzilla figures, it has the head joint and then the neck joint. The neck joint is a little bit stiff. See that? It's a little bit stiff. You can turn it, but not much because, you know, like I said, stiff. So the head itself is also really stiff too. Up and down like that, side to side. The mouth, you can open it up like that and close it. So yeah, all around just really head. The head is just really stiff, but not that bad. The arms, up and down, forward and back. You can twist them here, you can twist them down here, and the elbows, you can, ball joints like I said, you can just reconnect it. The elbows, you can move them just a very tiny bit. The wrist, also ball joint, twist, and move them around like that. The body, up, down, like that, side to side, tilt them like that. This piece of the body can also move just a very tiny bit. So I was moving upper piece, and here's the middle piece, just a very tiny bit. There you go. You can see the dorsal fins moving along with it. The legs, close and open, and you can move them forward just a tiny bit like that, just like all the other Godzilla figures, I guess. Also be careful you don't scratch the paint back here. Back like that. The knees bend like that, and forward. You can twist them like this. The ankles, down, up, pivot side, pivot that side, and you can twist them. And like all the other Godzilla figures, ball joints. Except here's a little bit different. This piece right here, one piece. So this piece does not bend. All the way up to here, yes, not the very end. And that's it for articulation. Measuring. He stands at about 7 inches. And here, let's go for the length. At just a little bit, just at 14-15 inches. Barely making it over here. There you go. 14 inch right here. You don't see it, but then that's where the little tail is. And here too is twin. The Godzilla 2000. This, yeah, I know this one is not really movie accurate. It's more based around the concept art. But you can see the design similarities, especially around the neck area. And here we're comparing him to Japan's standard Godzilla design. And here we're comparing him to Obsidian Fury. And here to my childhood hero, Kamen Rider Zeo. And now for my final thoughts. This guy is pretty much just the standard. If you bought anything from SH Monster Arts, this is pretty much what you get. The sculpt job is fantastic, and there's not a messy paint job. In fact, the paint job is really superb. So yeah, like I said, that's just the standard for SH Monster Arts. But because it is standard, there's nothing that really stands out on this figure anyways, aside from the design. But even then, the design is really similar to the one that I already have. So yeah, there's nothing that really makes this guy stand out. And also, one minor fact, if you look straight on to his eyes, it's almost as if one eye is looking a different direction. I mean, okay. It's almost like a tradition now, because if you look at the other Godzilla figures, a lot of them have that too. So, yeah, I guess it's like a tradition. So, because of that, yeah, this guy gets a 4 out of 5. Why not a 5 out of 5? If I really like this figure, it's because, like I said, it's a standard. And the biggest flaw about this guy is no accessories. Come on, SH Monster Arts. It's been how many years? How many figures have I bought from you guys? But still 0 accessories. I'll give you a pass for the eyes, because, you know, whatever. But then the accessories, give me something. Come on. So yeah, like I said, it's pretty standard. Nothing really makes him stand out. That's why it's only getting a 4 out of 5. So if you like what you've seen, hit subscribe so I can see you next time. And remember, take care.